Welcome to this week's yoga session. So this week we're going to be doing a much quieter, gentler class as opposed to last week's class, which was a very active yang style of yoga. So this week it'll be much more yin in style, and it will be helping to wind us down, calm the mind, and de-stress the mind and the body. So I'm calling this a slow and easy PM, as in evening style class. So if you're ready to start, you might like to come into child pose where we finished last week. So just bring yourself into child pose, bring your knees wide and your toes to touch, sit back towards your heels, and then place your hands in front if you like, or fold your hands any way you need to under your forehead, just making yourselves comfortable. So I want you to begin to focus on your breath. So just notice the belly expanding against the thighs. So just stay in your child pose and begin to slow down your breath. Now from here, slowly begin to creep the hands forward. Bring yourself down onto your belly. Come onto the forearms, maybe even bring the elbows slightly forward. And just come into a very easy cobra or sphinx pose. So you can begin to activate your legs now by pressing the tops of your feet into the floor and lifting the kneecaps. Keep the belly pressing into the floor. Spread your fingers now and really press down into the forearms and the hands. And again, just breathing deeply here. Nice gentle back bend to begin with. And now slowly walk your hands back under your shoulders. Push yourself up onto all fours, stacking your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, lift the tailbone. Press into the hands. As you exhale, round your back, draw your chin in, draw your navel in. And again, inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. So from here, take your right leg back, turn the toes under, stretch back into that right heel. Take the right foot out to the side. Now pressing into both hands, see if you can lift the right foot, maybe just a few inches. Some of you might be able to go higher, but try not to hike the hip up. 3, 2, 1, bring the right foot down, bring it behind and tap it, and then bring it over to the left side, and you can look over towards the right foot. Bring the right foot back to center, bring the right knee down. So I'm just going to turn around to do the other side. So onto all fours again, left foot back, curl the toes under, press into the heel. Left foot out to the side. Press into both hands, see if you can lift that left foot. And 3, and 2, and 1, bring it down and tap it behind, and then bring it over to the right as you look back. And then bring the left foot back to center, come onto both knees. So we'll do a couple of circles around just to warm up the body. Come back to center and reverse. Come back to center. From here, curl your toes under, lift up into a downward facing dog. So you can keep it nice and soft, just working the legs, bending and straightening the knees. Lifting up and down off your toes. And now bring your right leg back. Bring the knee in. Bring the right foot through and come onto your left knee. So take a moment here to settle into the lunge. And now bring the right hand inside the right foot. Walk the right foot out towards the edge of your mat. So you can be on both hands. Some of you might be on the fingertips. Or if you're not reaching the floor, maybe just bring your hands onto your thigh. Or if you have a cushion or something you can use. There's lots of variations you can do here. So maybe just staying here. Some of you might feel like coming down onto the forearms. And then finally, maybe lifting the back knee. So remember, it's perfectly okay to be just here or even just here. Dropping the back knee, bringing yourself back up. Now curl your back foot under, move your hips back and begin to lift the right foot. So the hips are moving back towards the heel. You're getting a nice stretch in the back of that right leg. And then slowly place the right foot down, bring the hands forward, step back once more into a downward facing dog. Take your left leg back, knee into the chest, left foot forward, down onto the right knee. So take a moment, walk the left foot out, taking the left hand to the inside of the left foot, both hands to the floor, maybe fingertips to the floor or hands on your thigh. So if you're feeling you want to come down a little bit further, maybe coming down onto the forearms. Another option here is to roll onto the outer edge of the left foot to get more into the hip. And then maybe lifting the back leg. Slowly drop the back knee, flatten the foot, bring the hands back. Curling the back foot under, begin to bring your hips back as you lift the left foot. So feel that nice stretch in the back of the hamstrings. And then slowly coming forward once again. Step back into downward facing dog. And then drop onto your knees and we'll come back into child pose again for a moment. Walking your hands back, sit back onto your heels and then roll over onto your hip and stretch both legs out in front. So come to sit in Dandasana for a moment. Roll the shoulders back and down, fingertips beside your hips or palms to the floor. Draw the navel in and sit actively for a moment. Now I'm just going to swing my legs around here for the next pose. As you take your hands behind you, so the hands are about a foot behind, fingertips facing in towards you. Point your toes away from you and just pressing into the hands, lift the chest for a nice, gentle back arch. Don't need to do any more than this now this evening. And then slowly release it. Activate the legs, bring the toes towards you. Maybe take your feet a little bit apart. Inhale, bring both arms up. Now you can bend your knees here if you like. As you fold forward, bringing your chest towards your thighs, reaching towards your feet or anywhere on the legs. And if you feel you want to straighten the legs, okay, begin to slowly straighten the legs. All the time trying to keep that connection between your chest and your thighs. Relax into it, soften your shoulders, bend your elbows, look to your toes. And inhale as you come back up. Okay, from here, you're going to bend your right knee. Take your right foot to the outside of your left leg. So you can stay here. Some of you might be bending up the bottom leg as long as you can sit back over onto that right sitting bone. Take your right hand behind you. Take your left hand up. Wrapping it around the knee, elbow to the outside of the knee, or maybe taking the left foot with the left hand. As you twist now from your waist, lifting up through the spine. Inhale, come back to the front, uncross the legs. I'm just going to turn around again as we do the other side. Bend your left knee. Step your left foot to the outside of your right, maybe staying here, maybe bending up that leg. Left hand comes behind us. Inhale the right hand up. Exhale, wrap it around the knee, elbow to the outside of the knee, or taking the right foot with the right hand. And feel that twist now, like you're wringing out your waist here. Nice detox pose. And inhale, come back to the front. Stretch both legs out. So for the next one, I'm going to come to face towards you for a moment. Okay. So from here, you're going to bend your right knee. Take it out towards the edge of your mat. Take your left hand behind you. Now, a simple version of this nice open twist is just to take your right elbow to the inside of your right knee and twist back over your left shoulder. You want to take it a little bit further. Stretch up through the right arm. Reach forward towards your left foot, and then maybe wrapping the right arm around the right shin. That might be far enough for you, or if you're binding, take the left hand back, maybe meeting the right hand, or maybe there's a little bit of a gap. That's okay too. And then we're just going to twist to the left once again. So remember, some of you might be just here in that twist. That's perfectly okay. And inhale as you come back to the front, stretching your right leg out. Bend your left. So again, you want to have a little bit of space here between the left foot and the right thigh. So again, if you're doing the simpler version, take the right hand behind, left elbow to the inside of the left knee and just twist back. Or if you want to take it a little bit further, you're going to reach up, reach forward, reach around, either keeping the right hand on the floor or reaching back. And again, we're just twisting to the right this time. Inhale to come back to the front and stretching your left leg out. Okay, so from here, we're going to stay here for the moment. We're going to bend the right knee once again. Take the right foot to the inside of the left thigh, Janu Shirshasana. And then inhaling both arms up. Exhale as you come forward over that left leg. So you might be just here, that's perfect, or you can gradually bring the hands forward. If you can activate that leg by stretching the heel away, drawing the toes towards you, and your focus is on the toes for now. Just relax the face, relax the gaze. Slowly coming back up. Now in between we're going to do a butterfly, so bring the soles of the feet together. The feet can be a little bit away from you, and you're just going to take your ankles. Inhale, lift, exhale. Bending the elbows, drawing the chin and chest forward, looking just beyond your toes. So no forcing with the knees here. You can see my elbows are actually in front of my knees. I'm not trying to push the knees down. And slowly coming back up. We're going to stretch out the right leg and bring the left foot against the right thigh or knee or wherever you need to be. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale as you come forward. So again, holding wherever is appropriate for you. Inhale to lift. Exhale as you bend the elbows, drop the shoulders, look to the toes. Inhaling as you come back up, stretching the left leg out. So I want you to bring both legs out just as wide as you can. And then take the buttock flesh, draw it behind you, or you could be sitting on a cushion even or a folded blanket here. That would help. So you needn't go too wide and just try to be on your sitting bones. So from here, we're going to take the right hand behind us. We're going to take the left hand across to the right leg. And again, you can just stay here, or you can start to slowly move that left hand down the leg. Maybe you might like to look back towards your right hand. So remember, it's okay just to be here. Inhaling as you come back up. We're going to just come back to the center for a moment, sit tall, and then moving to the left side. So left hand behind, right hand across, again starting here. Maybe moving forward. Maybe looking back towards the left hand. Inhale as you come back up. So we're going to bring the feet in. Once again, bring the soles of the feet together. Walk your hips forward. Grab your big toes with your first two fingers. 1, 2, 3. We'll try for Upavista Konasana. So once you get your balance, look up, engage your core. If you fall over, that's okay. Nobody watching. And slowly bring the feet together. Bring the legs down, stretch the legs out again. So from here, bend your knees, hug your knees in, and you can slowly roll yourself down onto your back, hugging the knees in. So take a little bit of space between the knees and start to make a few circles at the base of your spine. Go in both directions now just to ease out the lower back. Okay, from here, you're literally going to be on your back, and the next few poses are very much going to be yin poses. So lying on your back, knees are bent, take the right foot and place it just above the left knee, letting that right knee fall out to the side. So take a moment here just to let the hip release. And now lift your left foot. Bring the hands in around the back of the left thigh. And the more you draw that left thigh towards you, the more you'll feel it in the outer right hip. You have the option as well if you want to straighten up the left leg and flex the foot. That's another option. So we're going to spend a little bit longer in each of these yin poses tonight. So maybe up to a minute in each pose. So just close your eyes if you like. And slowly release the legs down, nice and slowly. Now, take your left foot, place it on top of your right, just above the right knee, maybe flexing the foot. Stay for a moment again just to let the hip begin to release. And now lift your right foot, hands around the back of the right thigh, maybe straightening the right leg. Slowly drawing that right, so if you're not feeling much in the outer left hip, draw the right leg a little closer to you. And again, if you want to close your eyes and just relax into it, if you can. And slowly release the legs, bring the feet back onto the floor. So hug your knees in once again. This time we're going to bring the feet up for happy baby pose. So if you can reach the outsides of the feet, go for it. If not, take your ankles. Draw the knees down towards your armpits and feel your lower back really pressing into the floor. Now you can rock a few times from side to side to begin with. And then just bring it into a still pose for a few moments. Once again, if you feel like closing your eyes, you can do that. Just focusing on the breath. And then slowly release, hug the knees in, place your feet on the floor. So this time we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees drop out to the side, arms away from your body for Supta Baddha Konasana. And again, if you want to gently rock the hips backwards and forwards or side to side to settle into the pose. And then once again, come into a stillness, close your eyes. Just relax into the pose. So as you open your eyes, slowly draw the knees together. Bring your arms up to shoulder level now this time. Draw the knees in towards you. Drop both knees to the right. So you can keep the knees bent, or if you want to, you can straighten the legs out. Try to keep both shoulder blades on the floor, and then maybe turn your head to the left. Slowly bring your head back to center, bend the knees, roll back onto your back, and then drop the knees to the left as you let your head roll right. And once again, if you want to, you can straighten out the legs, or you can just stay with bent knees. So you should feel a nice stretch in the side waist in this pose, but a nice release as well. Release for the spine, the shoulders. And then slowly bring your legs back into the center. Straighten out your legs. And we're going to come into Banana Asana. So if you want to, you can slightly bend the knees for a moment. Shift your hips over to the left. And then bring your feet to the right and bring your head to the right. If you want to, then you can bring the hands overhead. So you're literally in that banana shape. Nice bendy banana. If it's too much with the arms overhead, you can just bring the hands back down or place them on your belly, anywhere that's comfortable. And then slowly roll your head back to the center, maybe bend the knees, straighten out your body and get ready to go to the other side. So I'm going to shift the hips over to the right this time. Straighten the legs, bring the feet and the head towards the left. Maybe bringing the arms overhead or hands here or here. So if you have the hands overhead, have the elbows bent. So after all those twists that we were doing, the seated twists, this is a nice stretch out for both sides of the waist and the spine. And then slowly bring the head back to center, release the arms, bring the feet back into center. And you might like to hug your knees in one more time and just have a little rock on the lower back. So we're getting ready to move on to our final pose, which will lead us straight into Shavasana. So you might like to take hold of your blanket so that you can put that over you. Or if you want to have a pillow or anything for under your head, please do that. So I'm just going to show you, the last pose is called Pentacle Pose. So you're going to take your feet wide. You're going to lie down onto your back first. Take the feet wide. Take the arms up. As you can see, my elbows are bent. Now, if this isn't a comfortable pose for you, because we're going to be staying here for a little while, you can bring the arms back down and feel free to bend the knees and drop the knees towards each other if that's more comfortable for you. So, Pentacle Pose. And at this stage, if you want to place your blanket over you, please do. So this is a nice one for releasing the shoulders and the upper back, releasing the hips. So either staying in pentacle pose, or if you want to move into any other version of Shavasana to make yourself comfortable, please do that now. So settling into your Shavasana. So that could be with straight legs or bent knees or even on your side. Begin to let the body really release into the floor. Feel a heaviness creeping into your limbs as you prepare to let go completely. Now, after this practice, the body should be a little bit quieter anyway, and you're already moving into that quieter phase with those yin poses. But now we're going to move into a deep relaxation. So bring the awareness to your breath. Exhaling fully. Take a deep inhale through your nose and feel it moving all the way into your belly. And then slowly release that breath to the very end. Pausing at the end of each exhale, creating space for a new inhale. And again, deep breath in. Feel it filling the belly, the rib cage, the chest. And then slowly exhale fully and pause at the end of the exhale. So in your own time, take 3 more full deep breaths. And then let go of the last breath, letting your breath just settle down to its own normal rhythm. So bring your awareness to your head as you relax the back of your head, your scalp, your forehead, eyebrows and eyelids, cheeks, lips, tongue, chin and throat. Relax your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, the wrists, palms, backs of your hands and each of your fingers. Now move that feeling of relaxation to your chest. Feel it moving out from the chest into the upper back, backs of the shoulders, back of the neck. Feel it moving down your spine all the way to your tailbone. Relax your rib cage, your abdomen and your lower abdomen. Relax your pelvis. Relax your thighs, knees, shins and calves, ankles, heels, soles of your feet, tops of your feet, and each one of your toes. Your whole body, head to toe, completely relaxed. So, letting the awareness now begin to come back to the surface. Beginning to move your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Maybe you'd like to take your head from side to side. Hug your knees into you. Roll over onto your side. And stay here for 3 deep breaths. And slowly bring yourself to seated with your eyes closed. Place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on top. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, open your eyes. One more deep breath. Inhale. Sigh it out. Namaste. Thank you for your practice. So feel free to use that as a nice quietening practice in the evening, or you could combine it with the practice, the standing practice from last week if you want to do a longer practice. So enjoy, and I'll talk to you next time.